Imagine a world where the CrossFit Games are no more. No more epic battles on the competition floor, no more open workouts, and no more proving who is the fittest on earth. This scenario might not be as far-fetched as it sounds. With a storm brewing in the CrossFit community, involving controversy, tragedy, and uncertainty, 2025 could mark a major turning point for the sport. But is CrossFit truly on the verge of collapse? Or is this just another hurdle in its turbulent history? Let's start with one of the biggest red flags for 2025, the absence of key athletes in the upcoming CrossFit Open. Some of the notable names that have already confirmed they will not be taking part are Annie Thorisdottir, Elisa Fuliano, Patrick Vellner, Emma Tall, Emma McQuaid, Luka Dukic, Chandler Smith, Jelle Host, with some of these athletes taking to social media to express their feelings. Many have voiced frustration over how CrossFit has handled recent events. From poor communication regarding the Open to the lack of clarity about Dukic's passing, the organization's credibility is being questioned. If the very people who make CrossFit exciting are speaking out against it, what does that mean for its future? When top athletes start stepping away, it begs the question, is CrossFit losing its appeal? While each season sees its share of withdrawals, this year feels different. The Open is what brings the community together. Athletes from around the world watch the Open announcements eagerly, waiting to see what the first Open workout will be. This year sees a decline in Open registrations, with some analysts in the CrossFit space claiming that in just the first 24 hours of the 2025 season, there were only 8,904 registrations in comparison to that of 2024, when there were 20,982 in the first 24 hours. A total of 344,396 athletes registered for the Open in 2024. With some of the numbers hitting their greatest levels since the 2019 season, the figures indicated potential for the Open's growth and a roughly 6.34% increase from 2023. What do you think the numbers will be for the 2025 season? Do you think the growth is still there after what the community experienced last year? Are you participating in the 2025 CrossFit Open? Leave a comment and let us know. To add insult to injury, the drop in teen participation and the lack of growth in the male 18 to 34 demographic should also raise concerns about the CrossFit Open's potential for future expansion. Adding fuel to the fire, former CrossFit CEO Greg Glassman has resurfaced with more controversial statements. Like a bad smell that won't leave, his recent remarks have reignited debates about CrossFit's identity and leadership. While some believe his words still carry weight, others argue he's just another distraction from the real issues at hand. Either way, his presence in the conversation is impossible to ignore. On the opposing side to all this negativity and bad press, there's Rich Froning, the legend who continues to be the face of CrossFit despite retiring from individual competition. Even with so much chaos surrounding the sport, Froning's influence remains strong. His gym, his content, and his presence keep people engaged. In many ways, he's carrying the brand on his back. But how long can one man hold up an entire sport? And what happens if he decides to step away completely? With top athletes pulling out, controversy at every turn, and a lack of clear direction, CrossFit is facing one of its toughest years yet. Will the sport adapt and survive? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end? One thing's for sure, 2025 is shaping up to be a defining moment. And the next move CrossFit makes? That could change everything.